Hi, my name is Tom Friedman. I'm a lawyer in Nevada, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what to do before an auto accident. And no, the answer is not scream. We're going to talk about just a couple things that can be helpful in the future. It's a little bit about planning ahead. So there's a few simple things that you can do now that will help you should you be involved in an accident in the future. First, we're going to talk about a couple things you can do for your car. Many of the things you need in your car for an emergency you already have as part of your phone. A flashlight, because accidents don't always happen in the daytime, a list of your emergency contacts, and a camera. So probably you've already got all of this. It's probably all inside your phone, so the only thing I'd recommend is to keep a phone charger in your phone, which you probably already have, just in case your batteries are low when you need them. What else? Pay attention to your tires. Your tires are just this thin little piece of rubber that's the only thing on your car actually contacting the road. And if they're really, really worn when it rains, especially here in Las Vegas, well, you know what it's like. It's bumper cars. People are sliding all over the place. So make sure your tires are in good shape. Also keep them inflated. When tires get low, they tend to create heat, and when you're on the highway and they get hot, they can blow out. I had a case where there's two people driving side by side. The gentleman driving the van had a blowout in his rear tire. It caused him to swerve into the car next to him, went off the road. Both vehicles were totaled. There's some pretty bad injuries. So don't do that. Make sure your tires are inflated. Pretty simple. Also pay attention to your brakes. If they're squealing, grinding, making funny noises, not stopping well, get that taken care of. It does cost some money, but if your brakes can't stop and you run into somebody else, it's going to cost a whole lot more money. So enough about the car. What can we do to protect you? Imagine a couple different scenarios. What if somebody runs into you and they have no auto insurance? There was a March 22, 2021 report from Insurance Research Council that said 1 in 8 drivers on the road did not have insurance. We're slightly better here in Nevada. They said 10.4% of the drivers didn't have auto insurance. So there is actually a real probability that you could be in an accident with somebody who has no insurance, which of course is bad. Another scenario is somebody runs into you and they don't have enough insurance to compensate for the injuries they caused. So what can we do with this? I mean, these scenarios are both important because they could leave you with injuries that you're not compensated for. So how do we prepare for this? Go take a look at your auto insurance policy. Make sure you have uninsured motorist and underinsured motorist coverage on your own policy. So how does this work? In scenario 1, when you're hit with an uninsured motorist, what happens? You're left with injuries, you're left with bills, they don't pay anything. Okay, that's not entirely true. If Bill Gates or Elon Musk hit you, they'll just write you a check on the scene, no worries. But most people who can't afford to pay for insurance can't afford to pay for your injuries either. So what we need is uninsured motorist coverage. That's something you can buy on your own policy. So theoretically, somebody hits me, they have no insurance. I have a minimum limits policy, which in Nevada is $25,000, $50,000, and let's pretend I have $25,000 in damages. So they have no insurance, they pay me nothing, but they should have paid me $25,000. If I have uninsured motorist coverage on my policy, now my own insurance company pays me what the at-fault party should have paid me. So I'm made whole, which is good for me. In scenario 2, you are in an auto accident and the person doesn't have enough insurance coverage. So let's say in this accident I'm injured and my damages are $50,000. The person that caused the accident has a $25,000 policy, so I'm $25,000 short. So what happens? The underinsured motorist part of my policy kicks in. And what happens there is the at-fault party owes me $50,000 because I have $50,000 in damages. They only have insurance for $25,000, so they pay their $25,000. Then my own insurance company pays the other $25,000, so now I have a total of $50,000 and I'm made whole. So hopefully that makes good sense. So take a moment, take a look at your car, take a look at your own auto policy. Make sure all is good. If you have any questions, please feel free to give me a call, drop me an email, or comment below. Thanks very much for watching.